Hello everyone, this is Vaishnavi. Today I am going to say about how to implement a to-do list using closures. For this first, let me tell you what is a callback function. A callback function is a function that is passed as an argument to the another function, allowing the latter to execute the callback at a specific time or after completing a particular task. In this code, I have defined two functions which are greet and say name. The greet function gives hello world and say name takes a name parameter and gives the hello followed by a name. Here I have used the set timeout function to schedule the greet function to execute after a 2000 milliseconds delay. Immediately after setting this, the say name function is called with the argument Vaishu, resulting in hello Vaishu. Here, greet serves as a callback function for the set timeout function. And coming to the closure, here closure is a function that remembers the variables from its lexical scope even after the outer function has completed its execution. This allows inner functions to access and manipulate the outer function's variables, ensuring persistent data storage within the function. In this code, the greet function demonstrates the concept of closures. It accepts a parameter name, as you can see here, and it defines the two inner functions which are say hello and say world. Both inner function uses this name variable from the outer function scopes. When greet is invoked with the argument Alice, it creates and returns an object containing these two inner functions. When greeting dot say hello is called, it outputs hello Alice, and greeting dot say world outputs Alice, welcome to the world. This is how a closure works. And coming to the promises, it represents a value that may be available now, I mean in the future, or never. It is used to handle asynchronous operations in a more structured and readable way. To the callbacks, a promise can have three states, like in the initial state, or operation completed successfully, or operation failed. Dot then method is used to handle the fulfilled promise, where when coming to the dot catch method, it handles the rejected promise. Coming to this code, an object P is created. Inside this promise, I have written a simple calculation where A stores the 10 plus 10. If it result equals to the 20, it resolved with the message success. Otherwise, it results with a message called failed. And coming to the async and await, these are the tools just for handling asynchronous operations more cleanly and for synchronous in appearances. To declare a function as asynchronous, meaning it automatically returns a promise inside a asynchronous function. You can also use a wait to pass execution until a promise resolves. And in this code, fetch URL function sends an HTTP request, and wait keyword makes the program wait until the fetch promise resolves with a response. Once the response is received, response.json converts it to the JSON format, and this program again waits for this promise to resolve using await. And if both operations succeeded, the fetch data is logged to the console. And coming to our to-do list, here the to-do list function is like a main function. It creates a to-do list manager. To-do is an object with properties like arrays to store the tasks and some methods like add, delete, or you can also use the mark as complete, etc. Like that. Here, all is an array to store all to do items. Now, let's look at some methods like add to do item. It adds a new to do item to the list. Mark as complete says that it marks the to do at the given index as completed. It ensures that whether the index is valid or not. Overdue method. It returns all tasks whose due date is before today and not marked as completed. And in due today method, it returns all tasks whose due date matches today's date. And in due later, it also returns all the tasks. Like that, here I have written some code which checks if the given data is today by comparing it to the today's date. And a overdue method, it also checks whether a given data is a part companion to today's data. And initialization, a new list instance created by calling a to-do list. Here we can add items to to-do list by writing to display list. Let me explain you how it works. Go to the terminal and write node space to do list.js. Here you can see the overdue is complete assessments and due date prepare for aptitude test and practice DSA problems like this. Thank you.